Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, and the Wolfpack is gathering and starting to howl in Carter Finley Stadium as they are ready to see NC State go to work. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Tar Heels will kick it away first. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So NC State's return team will have that offense backed up. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Thomas back to pass. Fires to the middle. Makes a connection. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Leaves it with the back. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football
leading
playoff.
by
It'll have
10 over
conference
here.
championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
North Carolina State defining
You
efficiency
gotta
on
walk
this
for
drive.
appearance by Pitt in the ACC title.
Off play action on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good game. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
I'll tell you what, I love no hesitation. I love my
Asian
quarterback to
Tyler,
make
what
that
up,
RPO
man?
read, throw it to the right really
How you been
quickly,
doing?
but just got to be a little bit more accurate, maybe not rush it so much.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. And you just won't see a more effective punt than that, out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. The Tar Heels offense will get the ball for the first time. You know, yards figure to be hard to come by through the air, but some quarterbacks, Jesse, just love to go at the star corner.
Yeah, and this guy's got confidence. He's not afraid to go at anybody, but he better be careful because this cornerback is one of the best in the nation.
One of the best, no
what up?
doubt. I think they will trust him on defense to make plays. So you got to make a decision. Is my guy good enough to beat him on the outside? I am fascinated by this matchup.
It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They have lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
They have relished this tight victory since the last time these two got together, Paula.
Yeah, it's just winning is beautiful. And when you beat your rival and you get those bragging rights, Palmer, it is a glorious thing for a whole year and sometimes longer.
Well, that's the best thing about rivalry games like this. For the winning team, whoever pulls this one out here today, their fans are going to be bragging about this one for a long time.
Back to throw, it's Harrell. Immediately fires to the middle. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
And the Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Green. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game. And so far, they've taken him away.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Now on first down from the 43. He's looking to throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage. And he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush, he didn't hurry, he took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
They've put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up. It's complete on the right side. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
From the 25-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. This offense has a second down play. Looking to throw, it's Harrell. Gets it out quickly. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time.
Got it again. Doink.
And this one splits the uprights. And with that,
Doink.
they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Doinkster. Dorkster. Sure, I guess. Wow.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Oh, man, that defensive back just hurled himself in there like a lightning bolt to get the quarterback.
And you see the speed, the closing speed to run, chase the quarterback, get him on the ground. That's why he plays defensive back. He looks like a pass rusher here, but you could definitely see he could hit that turbo button.
What up, boys?
That first down was rather
going
unproductive.
well.
Let's see what they've got on second down from the 16. Thomas looking to fire. And he intercepts it. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
Gets it out fast. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field.
10, 2
Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He'll pick up 3 before he's downed at the 6.
That's big. That might be 6 for Miami. Might be a ball game. It's ball game. Oh no. Alright, in the first one.
Guys, we've reached the end of the period and North Carolina's on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period.
Miami's on the +7, up 4. So field goal.
Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second.
They
Now
scored.
facing a
It's over.
third down as they line up after the break. They'll try to run for it.
Miami just helped somebody
And
out.
he's knocked down, but not before moving the
Another
chains.
Nice
Maybe
job
me,
on
I
this
don't
offense
know.
converting the third down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still
you
did
got
a
the
great
tiebreaker
job
on me.
being physical.
Didn't really.
3rd downs has been such a struggle
exactly.
for this offense. But
Touchdown,
It
Tar
looks
Heels.
like
And they made it to the house
as
where
I
they
win this
found
game.
that 6 points waiting on them.
they took party.
The offense did exactly
conference
what it
championship.
needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Crowbot.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more.
And the ball is intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Line gets set, first down. Here's the handoff. Plows ahead for a pickup of 4 down to the 14.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Forced out of the pocket. Looking to the end zone. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Remember, if your entire body is past the line of scrimmage when you throw the football, that's a penalty. He was, and the penalty will be accepted. Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down.
Go on the run. God, I got it in there.
To the air, it's Harold. Feeling some heat. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. And he'll try to make it 2 for 2, this time from 35 yards away. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they're able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession, give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
They'll run play action. On the run, still looking. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close.
They tried to go play action, but that did not affect the defensive tackle. He was bull rushing his guy, collapsing the pocket, and he comes away with a sack.
A 3rd and long coming up here. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes a move. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here.
And just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Scanning the field, it's Harold. He'll take the deep shot. It's caught, and what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Now let's see if they can follow up that huge play. 1st and 10 from the 23. Looking to move it through the air. He'll take a shot. And they won't make the connection, going for the big play.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback was being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick 6, but he needs to be more accurate.
They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
and sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
They've got the screen set up. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
I love that from this offense. 3 is good. You're in field goal range, but now we're set up with 1st and goal because of great 3rd down execution by this offense. Stay aggressive. Even when you get in this part of the field, when everything shrinks and gets a little bit harder, you still want to be aggressive.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll run it to the left looking for the end zone. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. Dropping back, it's Harold. Fires into the end zone. And it's
6.
Touchdown, UNC.
Let's go down, right?
Wow, what a play. We're going to need to see that again to make sure he makes this catch and gets the foot in bounds. That was a great acrobatic play, understanding where you're at on the field to make that big catch.
Ooh, I don't know. Oh, oof. Depends on where he caught that ball.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a 2nd look. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field right. Play will stand.
He stands?
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is good, and the lead moves to 20. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. USF is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Jim Levitt,
what
this
up,
has
Dream
not
Code?
been a blowout today in Tampa. They're up
What up?
by
Welcome
10
in.
over Florida Atlantic.
That first
We'll
time
circle
chatter.
back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10.
And you just wonder now, is that the play that's finally going to wake this offense up? They've been sluggish throughout the entire first half, but could that be the thing that finally just gives them a little bit of a jolt and leads them to scoring some points here before this half is over?
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Thomas back to pass. Looking down the middle. Wide open downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Going for 6. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Oh, the offense just not able to come up with that. You knew that was going to be a bang-bang play, right? They're taking a shot into the end zone. That's going to have to meet a contested catch on the back end, but he wasn't able to come up with it because of the hit.
Got some room, entered to the goal line. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
He makes a grab, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, NC State.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing on concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here's the return from inside his 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down.
How that works out.
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dropping back, it's Harrell. Trying to get to it. Lets it fly. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
That's an example of the offensive coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot. Now, the offense isn't able to click on that play, but moving ahead in the second half, it's important they continue to dial up these big plays. You want to stay aggressive, and you want to keep testing this second half.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. The Tar Heels send out the punt unit. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David.
And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's second and long. They're trying to get to it. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a third and long from the 27. On the run, it's Smothers. At the 40, there he goes. He's finally got it out of bounds, and even with that kind of pickup, they are still short of the first down. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground.
And that was almost a huge mistake by special teams. On the punt return, fumbling the football. They are so lucky that they jumped on that ball and that their offense is now going to take the field because that could have been disastrous.
Just over 20 seconds to play here in the half. How aggressive can they afford to be here? Wants to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. He had the speedster loose, and he just couldn't connect. Just a little too much juice on the pass.
Yeah, those ones that you got a guy wide open, a lot of times quarterbacks will tell you that those are the ones you kind of, like, I don't want to mess this up, and you either put way too little on it, or in this case, way too much on it, and overthrow the speedster.
To the air, it's Harrell. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got it in the middle, it's Taylor. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Comes out throwing on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. It's complete to the left. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in Panic.
No.
But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most.
North Carolina State will kick it off to open the third quarter.
It's like Puzzle's going to lose.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
I want to size.
So you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well. So you have to know where your answers are.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Quarterback will audible. Leaves it with the running back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say
the line
being out physical.
It's not.
You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
They'll try to power their way ahead. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
No, I hate circle.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
And the Tar Heels are rolling down the field.
Oh, no.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hamilton. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
To the air, it's Harold. Makes the grab. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? You've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, North Carolina. Reeled it in and just made the house call. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
That last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Thomas looking to fire. Quick completion on the out route. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and hundreds of thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Flushed out of the pocket. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. NC State going up tempo. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got his man. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Pulls it in. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
What to listen.
Wolfpack now operating in the red zone. He'll do it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the game.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the field goal unit is on the field. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. Right down the boulevard, it's good. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Looking for a productive play on first down. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out.
Delay of game. Offense.
My bad.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock.
Dig on the boundary side.
The offense set for a first down play. To throw, it's Harrell. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
Nice move to keep running. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. They're bringing heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
I try to throw it up on 4th down.
Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. The Tar Heels will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to have to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Why are these zones?
After the first down completion, it's 2nd and short.
Better.
Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Thomas back to pass. Fires to the wideout. And that is interception number 3 on the day.
Dang.
And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Pulls it, fired complete. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
Takes the handoff, and he's going right. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And listen, the play call, he didn't get anywhere. The fullback got no yards, but I do like the offense's willingness to throw him the football, make everybody a target, right? Find everybody on the field. He's usually blocking. Sometimes you can sneak in there and make a big play.
3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. And the Tar Heels will call on their punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll call for the fair catch here. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
He's brought down solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. Thomas looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Finds space on the right. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ball game.
On the run, it Smothers. And the ball's on the ground. Well, the offense ought to go buy a lottery ticket because that ball somehow bounced right back to them. They'll keep it. 2nd down after the offense recovered its own fumble. He's looking to throw. Starting to feel a little pressure. Quarterback gets the first down and more. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. 6th play of the drive coming up. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the catch. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Yeah, and just understanding where you're at on the field. Make sure you get those feet down before you get too close to that sideline, so I get credit for that catch. Nice job. Nice pitch. Nice catch.
They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Mitchell. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. NC State quick to the line. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Lets it fly. Broken up, incomplete, and nearly intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
They'll come to the line just trying to keep their hope alive on 3rd and goal. Pressure coming. And he can't escape, and down he goes. A 4th quarter
Bring it
field goal
again.
down by this much. That's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do much to change the looks. Got to score the touchdown on 4th and goal. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard
I
gain.
think I just saw
Halfway
Thomas
there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
committed to field state. Great.
Going to the running game. Tackle is made at
Not
the
really.
28 after a pickup of 3. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. To the ground to try to move the chains. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30.
Well, they needed 2 yards to get that first down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man wins, all the cliches to get that 3rd down and short.
A nice way to go into the postseason and eventually the offseason with a W, but the question is, will it be enough to keep the Wolves at bay?
It's a great way to punctuate the season. You just have to wonder, though, if there were too many L's on the schedule to keep this guy around next year.
Yeah, I mean, it's the whole body of work, right? You finish strong, but what does everybody look at? Like, how many games do you win? Who do you beat is important, right? Do you beat your rivals? Like, there's so much more. Do you have the team's ear still? So there's a lot that goes into decision-making, but it was definitely a disappointing season.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Offenses ice football games in the fourth quarter by running the football, and that's what these guys are trying to do right now, right? We're going to bleed the clock. We're going to stay on the field. It doesn't matter if the defense knows we're running it. They cannot stop us, and they're looking pretty impressive right now doing it.
I know they were expected to win this game, and they're just about to finish it off, but there is something to be said for handling this type of pressure.
Handling it and squashing it. I mean, what an unbelievable job proving that you're one of the best teams in the country. Like, leave no doubt. That's a good football team on the other side of the field, Palmer, that they just took apart.
Yeah, they've been able to fight complacency all season long. It seems like it never matters who's lined up across from them. They're bringing their A-plus game to the yard, and they did that here today. Statement delivered.
So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting a winning streak together, gaining some momentum as the season closes.
And sometimes the good thing about losing games early is that you know you're not perfect. You have to come out. You've got to bring your A game to the park each and every week, and that's what we've seen from this team now recently. They've got tremendous players. They've got an outstanding coaching staff. When they put it all together and they play with great effort, this team's tough to beat.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Appreciate you. Let's pick real quick. Check. 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 Didn't even pass. Alright, bro. Let's do this section. Grab. Oh for 20. Oh. Yeah, it's glitched. I have a turnover? Dang. That's crazy. Lex Thomas. Interesting. 32, 62%. A lot better game than the last time. Jeez. It was terrible with him last game. Should play Gupe. LaMelo. Hope they don't transfer on me. Size more, ball tough. Ship. Billups. Chauncey son? Ha. Jarvis Green. Jake Johnson. Oh, that's Athens. He went to Buford. No, he might have been Prince Avenue. I think. Maybe. Liddell. Jaden Patterson. Junior. Short got 2 picks. Oh man, Parasis. Good player for me. Khalil got a tackle for loss. Mouth. 3 tackles for loss. He's a good player too. We'll miss him. Alright, we are ready to advance. Question is going to come down to this conference. What happens? 4 teams. Clemson beat Florida State. Pittsburgh beat North Carolina. North Carolina beat Clemson. So, if I'm a betting man, it's probably going to be a rematch of these two. But, no idea. It might go off of win percentage. I don't know how the tiebreakers are. Might have to be a Google search for that one. I don't know. Do not know. Good one right there. Big 12 is going to be a good conference finish. Big 10. USC finishes. They finish with a user. I don't know. They're going to put 4 in the playoffs. Or 3. Yeah, it's crazy. And then, our name's in the playoff. Playoff? Did they not play? Did they not play each other? Florida and Tennessee didn't play each other? I wish I could go by users. I wish I put users at the top, like old. Let's see. I'd be fortunate to play in the title game, but I didn't join until these 3 games. Could have joined against Pitt, but I think it would have glitched the coach, so. So, played 1/4 of the whole schedule. I don't know who had Carolina before, but by a user, be the user, be the user. Lost the Pitt. Computer lost the Pitt. My best overall game against NC State right there. Oh, hello. What is that game happening? Alright, so I think Sweat was Notre Dame. Yep, Sweat, Notre Dame, MG, USC, Thursday night, 7 p.m. Eastern kickoff. That is a intriguing ball game right there. got the dub. Let's see. Barely put it out there. Miami gets a little upset. Call it an upset. Oregon takes care of business. Rye is going to probably beat the hell out of Michigan since he's going to be on a computer. And we out.